Hey everyone, welcome back to another LEGO Star Wars video. And today, guys, I have something that I've had planned for a while now, I'd say, and that is comparing the two Playscale Star Destroyers we have. We got one in 2006 and one in 2014. So I obtained both of these sets this year. I obtained the 2006 one, I'd probably say back in either January or February. And then I obtained the 2014 one sometime in the summer, I think in like July. And so now since I have both of these sets on the same table, I do want to compare both of them to see how much LEGO Star Wars changed their Star Destroyer in just a span of 8 years. So we've got the 2006 one and then the 2014 one. We're not going to be comparing the minifigures though, because I don't have the minifigures for the two sets. So let's start off with the 2006 one. We'll start off with the 2006 one. As you can see, it is really large, and it is not as accurate as the 2014 one, but that's because it's it's really old. It's older, and this one is a lot more flimsy as well. You can see that I can just shake the bridge, and it's just a very weak model, but it does still bring a lot of detail to the table, such as the cannons on the side. You've got the rotating cannons, and then you've also got lasers all around, like the Star Destroyer. The bridge is probably the worst part. The bridge, it's like really large, and to be honest, it doesn't look that good, but it's until you can fit minifigures inside, which we'll show off that play feature right now. You can just take this down, and then you can put some minifigures inside. And then here are the back engines. I think they look amazing. And yeah, I think they turned out really well. So, now the main part of the set, how you get inside it. You can easily lift up the top, and then you can fold these down. And actually, one thing I did figure out is that you can kind of use this Technic part here as a handle a little bit. This Technic part here is really strong, and I just realized now that you could use it as a handle if you'd like to. But yeah, you have got a lot of interior space here, and you can even take down that one too. It has an escape pod here, but that's on my shelf, so I'm not gonna take it, unfortunately. But yeah, this set, it has a huge interior space. Just look at all the interior you have. That's where the escape pod goes. And then, like, you just have so much. Like, you have a meditation chamber there. Over here you have a weapons rack. You've got an Emperor Palpatine hologram here, which I've done something like this. I've used the Star Destroyer for so many videos where I'm kind of just like going through and just telling you everything it has instead of just like close in-depth look, because I've done now probably like three videos of just kind of like reviewing this set, so I'm not really gonna do too much here. And then yeah, really just that's it. And this is kind of like the main Technic part here that the top part of the Star Destroyer locks onto. So yeah, that's kind of it for this one. And just to put it back on, it's actually kind of got like a lock at the back, and so it doesn't fall off. So yeah, that was the 2006 Star Destroyer. Let's move on to the 20. Is the 2006 one, to pick it up, you had to kind of like dig your hands under, but then for the 2014 one, you have a handle built into the set, which is really good, really good. So one thing I want to start off with this is the Star Destroyer, unfortunately, is actually a little bit smaller than the 2006 one, but this one has a lot more detail and is a lot more accurate to what we see in Star Wars. So starting off, instead of those cannons you had like on the 2006 one, you actually have a whole bunch here, which you can move them just by moving back and forth this little lever at the back. And then this is how the handle works, if you're wondering. You just lift it up, and then you have to like grab it, and it works really well. The engines as well look really good, and on the 2006 one, it was like really hollow here, but they've actually filled it up, and it looks really nice. Unfortunately though, in the back of this one, it's just put in some spring-loaded shooters, so you can't put minifigures in the bridge this time, which is a bit of a bummer. And then you can also rotate the cannons on this other side too. And instead of the 2006 one, the 2006 one had built-in lasers into the set. This one's actually got spring-loaded shooters, which we all know how those work. It's got it on both sides, and I don't think I'll ever find those again. And then you've also got the bridge on this one. Just looks so much better. Just looks so much better. And now you can, to get into this one, you have to kind of bring out the kind of bump here, and then the bridge on this one actually stays. And then we'll just move this out of the way. You then just lift down these panels here to get into the Star Destroyer, and you can still use the handle for it. But here it is. So I will admit, this one has a really good interior as well. It's you got a Palpatine hologram there. You have a Death Star plan there. You have a weapons rack here, and then you have some chairs here, and then you actually have the bridge that Darth Vader uses. But unfortunately, you can't have Darth Vader on there when the set's all closed up. And then if you just want to glue it all back up, just do that. Slide this back in, and then there you're good. There you're good. Now you just lift off, blast off. Actually, what they say in the commercial for the set. So, let me now just get these two over here. And then just the 2006 one. Okay, so what would I say? I would say these are both pretty incredible sets, especially for the time. These two Star Wars sets came out in a pretty good, and probably the best time for LEGO Star Wars of all time, which 2006, probably one of the best years for LEGO Star Wars, and 2014, probably the best year for LEGO Star Wars. So, obviously guys, you can tell that the 2006 one is bigger than the 2014 one. The 2014 one, though, is definitely a lot more accurate and a lot more detailed than the 2006 one. So, what would I say about these sets? If you're into collecting classic LEGO Star Wars sets, the 2006 one will fit you just right. But if you're interested for going for the most accurate Playscale version of the set, you gotta go with the 2014 one. And actually, that's which one I would recommend more. I would recommend the 2014 one over the 2006 one. Both of these sets, though, over the last, now, 2006 being 17 years and 2014 being 9 years. Both of these sets in the last almost 17 years and 9 years have gone very expensive. Both of these sets now being at least worth $400. I think the 2014 ones are around $460, and then the 2006 ones around $500. So these two sets have both gone very expensive over the years. So if you were to go out and get one of these sets, which one do you think I should get? I would definitely get the 2014 one. But again, these both got really expensive, so you could try and go for the UCS one from 2019, but that one now is worth $1,000. Or you can even go for the 2002 UCS one, but that one is worth I want to say probably $2,000. So the cheapest one out of the four is the 2014 one. So if you were to go out and get one, I would definitely get the 2014 one. In my opinion as well, I actually think that's probably the best of the four. So yeah, thanks for watching this comparison. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys with some more comparisons soon.